So here we go, though, ladies and gentlemen, starting with the Lizards. We're going to see Skink Cohort. Well, we just saw Dwarf beat Skaven today, if you missed that replay, bud. Crap. So yeah, Skink Cohort, Red-Crested Skinks, Saurus Warriors with Shields, and then more Red-Crested Skinks, including the Cohort of Sotek. Going to have the Pahak Sentinels and some regular Pterodon Riders. And the Dwarfs are going to be bringing holy hell. We got Gyrocopters with Brimstone guns, going to be melting through those regular Pterodon Riders, and then we're also going to have the Skyhammer Gyro Bomber flying up in the air and shooting its armor-piercing rounds down into these Kroxigors. So 3 Kroxigors going to be spread across this battle line. We have Gorok going to be bringing a few of his abilities, actually. He's going to have Mace of Olmec, Stand Your Ground, Rock of Itza. Rock with just a K, because he's hardcore. Now, we're going to have a Skink Priest of Beast with the Manticore Summon and Block of Doom, and then we're going to have some Cold One Riders over there. Now, first Pterodon unit is beginning to rout. Other Pterodon is in combat with this Gyrocopter, and it's going to be winning that combat quite handedly. So I would like to see maybe the Dwarfs invest a little bit more in trying to save that guy. No need to lose him, especially if you can come over here and just shoot down the Pahak Sentinels very quickly. But it looks like that may be a lost cause here. Over here, we're going to see Dwarf Warriors holding down the backline. And sorry, I lied. Dwarf Warriors, Longbeards, Longbeards, and Longbeards. And then we're... Oh, no, sorry. Goodness gracious, I'm terrible. So 5 Dwarf Warriors and 3 Longbeards, along with 3 Thunderers, and Grombrindle, the White Dwarf. He is going to have Smoke Bomb, and Grombrindle has no fear. Other than that, he's also got the Rune Helm of Zuthvar. Manticore Summon has been popped. And that could put a lot of pressure on top of the Gyrocopters. But right now, Gorok getting rocked, if you'll forgive the pun, by the Gyro Bomber. Its rounds are nothing to scoff at, and it is doing some mean work. He's already down a 3rd health. And now we're going to be seeing the Red-Crested Skinks and the rest of the Lizardmen front line engaging into this Dowie ball. And we'll see how they do. The Thunderer is automatically getting, compromised a bit, but the Longbeards are diving in, and that should give them an avenue of escape. But we do have some Skink Cohort back here. They're going to be in a threatening position, and some more Lizardmen units pushing around the Dwarf left flank with the Pahak Sentinels. Over here, Gorok continuing to get focused down by the Gyrocopters. Once again, I would love to see the Gyrocopters have just dominated the rest of that ranged fight, because by letting them live, as you just saw, a bomb went off and just did devastating amounts of damage to those Dwarf Warriors, and they have one more volley, and looks like the Gyrocopters are going to come over here and prevent them from getting on top of those Longbeards. But Grombrindle has no fear, has been popped, making everybody unbreakable in this Dwarf army. And, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Balance of power in the Lizardman favor. Gorok is definitely in a world of hurt right now. Grombrindle coming in here is probably going to be able to finish him off, but will it be enough? The rest of the Dwarf army is very much compromised in terms of, units are behind them, flanking them, but, they still have a lot of leadership, they have a lot of staying power, so we'll see what happens from here. But it does look like Gorok has been killed off by Grombrindle, the White Dwarf, and the Gyro Bomber is going to continue firing away with the Gyrocopters. And now that Gorok is gone, I think they can just try and focus on the Kroxigors, and from there, maybe they can just win it, especially with the bombs they still have. Oh, speaking of bombs, that will do a lot of work against the Lizardmen infantry. Right now, Pahak Sentinels still in combat with this Brimstone gun. And Pahak Sentinels need to get dealt with yesterday. They've just been getting too much value here. Over here, Gyro Bomber has run out of ammunition, so it's actually diving into combat against the Kroxigors. An interesting decision, and it looks like it's going to pull out. Maybe it was a misclick, not sure. But the balance of power is really swinging over to the Lizardmen right now. Grombrindle is immune to terror, I believe. Nope, he's not, but he has Grombrindle has no fear, which makes his entire army map-wide immune to terror. Or, no, unbreakable. So my apologies. Yeah, Grombrindle can be terror routed, but he does have Grombrindle has no fear to give that unbreakable trait to everybody in his army. Right now, this is bad. Oh no, those bombs. Lizardmen, if they want to win it, I mean the Dwarfs, if they want to win it, need to just bomb the hell out of everybody right now. But it looks like Energized with his Lizardmen is going to pull this one out. And that's going to be a valiant defeat to the Dwarfs, led by Tank. Yeah, Bomber in combat. I mean, you got to do something, I suppose, once he runs out of them bombs to drop. But yeah, great game. I mean, I would have liked to have seen... I suppose the point here is that he can, you know, kill large units with his Thunders and Gyrocopters with Brimstone guns, but... Yeah, I mean, I think this isn't even an unwinnable battle by any means, but I do think the target prioritization was a bit off. And what I mean by that is, like, Gorok is tough, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to this army, if it's between Gorok and Kroxigors, I would rather have the Kroxigors dead. Because Gorok's an infantry lord, he won't be able to pull through dwarf masses of infantry because his mass just isn't there. The Kroxigors, on the other hand, are just going to drive through and be that X factor to allow the Lizardmen infantry to absolutely dominate the rest of the Dwarf army. So I think my first pick there in prioritization, I like that he killed off these Pterodon Riders. I do wish he would have finished off the Pox Sentinels too, and just that way he didn't have to worry about anything trying to compromise his Gyrocopters up in the air. But then immediately after that, I would have liked to have seen the Kroxigors be the main focus. He was shooting them down at first, but I think if he would have been just focusing solely on them from the beginning, he would have had a lot better results in the late game there. Because even though he killed Gorok, once Gorok was dead, it wasn't really a big, you know, deal to the Lizardmen, because at that point the rest of their army was still in very good shape. A lot of armor piercing left, and you know, you still have the Skink Priest of Beast here to shore up the leadership. So great game to Energized, and we'll see what happens in round 4. It is match point for Energized now, guys.